Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Shabin Taj. I'm here to present session 5 in the module Basic Processing Unit in the subject Computer Organization. The contents are generating the control signals, microprogram control for basic organization, conditional branching, hardware versus microprogrammed. In order to execute instructions, the processor must have some means of generating the control signals. What are the control signals? The control signals are PC in, PC out, R in, R out. All these add, subtract, all these are control signals. They have to be generated in one of the two approaches, which is hardware control and microprogram control. Hardware control we have already discussed. I'll have quick recap. Hardware control, it uses a hardwired connection and you cannot have the design cannot be changed oftenly. Whatever the control unit it is designed, it cannot, the specification is fixed. It cannot be upgraded. Microprogram control unit. In order to execute the microprogram uh, control unit, the microprogramming is a method of control unit design. The control unit design in which the control signals are generated by a program similar to your machine instructions. The control word, what you see here, CW, is a control word. It is a word whose individual bits represent the various control signals like PC in, add, sub, PC out, R in, all those things. Each of the control steps in control sequence of an instruction defines a unique combination of ones and zeros in the control word. The unique combination which is different from the other. So each control steps in the control sequence of an instruction defines a unique combination. So in a control word, individual control words in a micro routine are referred to as micro instruction. What is micro routine? A routine which consists of set of control words, individual words. So now you may ask, what is the difference between normal instruction and micro instruction? Micro instructions, it is a combination of, it constitutes a set of control words. But in case of instruction, it's a program which constitutes number of instructions. There you have so many devices, functional units come into picture. Here you are dealing only with the internal part. A sequence of control words corresponding to control sequence of a machine instruction constitutes a micro routine. The micro routines for all instructions in the instruction set of a computer are stored in a control store, which it's a special memory where it is able to store the all control words. The control unit generates control signals for any instruction by sequentially reading control words. It will sequentially read the control words and it will generate the control signals corresponding to the micro routine from the control store. Micro Microprocessor is used to read the sequential control words from the CW control store, and then the upon the clock. So as soon as the clock is applied, the instructions, the control words are automatically updated upon the application of the clock. New instructions are given to the instruction register. Every time a new instruction is loaded into the instruction register, and then the output of the starting address generator is given to the microprocessor. Upon the application of the clock, automatically it is incremented by a clock, which helps you causing the successive micro instructions to be read from the CS control store. Hence, the control signals are delivered to various parts of the processor in correct sequence. What are the advantages? It simplifies the design of control unit. As you see, the design which is used by the microprogram control unit is very simpler, and it is also the cheaper, and it is less error prone to implement. Why? Because it is written in a software rather than hardware, so you can go and edit and change the program, and it is hence it is less error prone. The design process is orderly and systematic. It is well organized and systematic manner. You have written the program in the micro instructions in the micro with the in the different micro routines. It's more flexible. It can be changed to accommodate new system specifications. Of course, as and then the specification changes, the control unit, microprogram control unit can be updated. And its correct design errors can be quickly resolved, and it is very cheaper. The complex functions such as floating point arithmetic can also be realized efficiently using the microprogram control unit. What are the disadvantages? A microprogrammed control unit is slower than the hardware control unit. You might think, why is it so? Yes, because it is stored in the form of instructions. It has to be fetched hmm, from the memory to the cache to the registers, and it has to perform the uh, as you do in the as it has to go to the memory hierarchy, and it requires the access of the micro instruction from the control store. The flexibility is achieved at some extra hardware cost due to the control memory. You are using some extra thing here. Unlike your you have multiplexer, decoder, encoder, all those things. Here using the control store. It's a special memory unit. Now let us see how the conditional branch instruction using the micro instruction executes. In the previous organization, that is hardware control unit, it cannot handle the situation when the control unit is required to check the status of the condition codes or external inputs. You may ask, what is condition codes? There are condition codes like N, Z, V, C. N is what? It is a flag. It is set when negative answer is occurred. It generates the instruction generates a negative answer. Negative flag, N flag will be set, N condition code will be set, Z will be set when the result of the operation is 0. V is set when there is overflow occurs. C will set when there is a carry. All this will be used as a condition codes. Apart from this, there are different condition code flags also used. Uh, Process status register, uh, then WMFC. That's also a condition code. It will indicate, it's a flag, indicate the operation. Or it can also be external inputs to choose between alternative course of actions. Let us see how the conditional branch micro instruction executes. At the beginning of the micro instruction execution, the address will be transmitted from the processor a program counter to memory address register, and then a signal will be issued by the control unit. After that, select 4. The 4 will be added using the mux to the contents of the PC, and then it will be given as it will be stored in the temporary register Z. From that Z, it will be fetched again, it will be moved to the program counter, and then it will be given to the temporary register Y. After that, it will wait for memory function complete. So MDR will be receiving the data, and that data is what the instruction to be executed. After that, the instruction is given to the IR register, instruction register. As I told you just previously in the microprogram, it will receive so many instructions. That instruction will be given to the other unit. So next, after in the step 3, you can see branch to starting address of the appropriate micro routine. It will have a branch target. Branch target is what? The address where the execution has to start. Depends on the status code, condition code. So if n equal to 0, n here acts as a counter. Now counter means suppose n value was 10, it will start decrementing, and as soon as n becomes 0, then branch to micro instruction 0, else it will go to the 26, which says you have to add the displacement field to IR out. Displacement means it has to move, whether forward jump, forward movement or the backward movement, and the result will be stored in the using the multiplexer. Y input is selected and it is added, and then the result is stored in the Z in. From the Z temporary register, the value, the data instruction thing will be moved to the program counter. After every micro routine, micro instruction, there is a end command will be there. This is possible in the micro program control micro instructions, which I just explained you. External inputs, it will have a choice between external inputs and the condition codes. Either one it will take, which is used to select the branch target. Now let us have a quick summary of hardware control and microprogram control with the different attributes like definition, speed, control functions, flexibility, size, ROM size, and so on. As the definition says, the hardware control unit is a control mechanism to generate the control signals. The control signals are what? The control signals are to execute. So PC in, PC out, each control signal will be executed in a time sequence slot T by using gates, flip-flops, decoders, and other, even mux, other digital circuits. Microprogram control is a control mechanism to generate the control signals by using a memory. That memory, special memory is called control store, which contains the control signals. It contains all control signals of the micro routine, micro instructions. The speed of hardware control is very fast. You may think, why is it so? It is fast because the design is already freezed. It is hardwired. The wires connections, everything is done. You are nothing else. You have to switch on, plug and play. It's like a plug and play. Hence, it is fast. When you come back to the microprogram control, the instructions, micro instructions need to be fetched from the memory. So hence it is slow. The control functions like implemented in the hardware. It is implemented in the software. Flexibility. Hardwired control, it will not have a hands-on. No, it's not flexible. Why it is not flexible? Because you cannot accommodate new system specifications or new instructions. As and then, if at all you have to redesign the control unit, you cannot do so. But in the microprogram control, you can, it provides ample flexibility to accommodate new system specification or new instructions. You can also have a quick redesign as you require. It can hardware control unit, it is very difficult to manage, handle, and but macro at the same time micro program control, it is pretty easier. Now you can see it's same thing. It cannot support the OS and diagnostic features. It's very difficult, but it is easy in contrast to the micro program control. Now, what is the design process? The design process is very complicated, but here very systematic and well organized in the microprogram control. Applications. What are the applications of hardware control? It is used in the RISC microprocessor, reduced instruction set computers. It is used in the mainframe, IBM mainframe. Mainframe computers are basically used as a server computer. Instruction set size is below 100, and but in case of microprogram control, it is over above the 100 instructions. It is minimum, it will be having 100 and above. The chip size is very, it will occupy very minimal area, very least area, but in case of microprogram control unit, it will uses a more area because it stores a software and it has a control store. Now, and the ROM size, read-only memory size varies in the range There is no specific ROM size, but in case of microprogram controlled, it have 2K to 110K, and at the same time it can have 20 to 400 bit micro instructions. And the diagram depicts here how the control signals are generated by the hardware here, using the circuitry, digital circuitry. And here the control signals are generated by the control store, and via a micro instruction register. Thank you. These are my references for the session 5.